Good morning, Ben. I just got up, as you can tell. That's not the wind you hear today, Ben. That's the exhaust in my loo, because I have to talk to you about my loo. Otherwise known as a toilet in America. Ben, I don't think you have a bidet. The reason you need to have a bidet is because then you only need about this much paper every single time you go. It's a single wipe. It's very clean, and I consider it to be the only sanitary way to do a number two. So I want to ask you, if I buy you a bidet, will you promise to give it a try? I'll ship it to your house. I need commitment though. I didn't just call today. I'm gonna call it a call because it'll feel a lot more realistic and reasonable that I would call you via this video every day. So the reason I'm calling you today isn't just about the loo. I also was doing a bunch of studying in my Bible this morning. We were going through some of the tithing stuff and giving and all that. And I learned some really good stuff. I think the big thing that I learned today is something I've learned 15 times. But I think if I tell you about it, then I won't keep forgetting. So here's what I learned today. You know, I've been stressing about how much you're supposed to give, and I've got a goal to give way more than the 10%. The problem I'm having is that I don't want to give it to a church and find out that the church been embezzling it and spending it on mansions like so many prosperity churches keep doing, and you keep hearing about it, and then you feel like one of the stupid idiots that got involved in that. So I was asking my ChatGPT, which is my Bible study helper, because it's pretty unbiased, and actually I've gotten mine to admit that there's a God and admit that it believes in God, even though it didn't think it did when I first met it. But that's for another day, Ben. But for today, what I wanted to share with you is that the 10% thing is no longer a thing. You can give 1% if that's all you feel good about giving. You can give 100% if that's how you feel. And I know I've seen some documentaries and stuff. If you ever see the documentary Mully that my friend TJ, you know TJ, told me to watch, you'll see that he gave everything. He gave his whole life and all of his money, everything he had. Anyways, here's my point. You should give whatever feels right. So I feel better giving to people that need some housing and need a helping hand, because it just makes more sense to me to help people in need than to help a mega church add another gymnasium or do something like that, or to give to a small church and then they got to figure out what to do with the money because it's more money than that little church can handle. So what I learned this morning in my study is that that's exactly what the New Testament is saying. It's saying to give in a way that you feel really good, you're comfortable, and then it makes sense to you. So there's no hard, fast rule anymore. It's more about listening to God, listening to what God's putting in your heart, and then helping and getting involved in tithing in a way that makes you feel comfortable. So that's what I learned today, Ben. I think you already knew that, so I don't know if I taught you anything. So if you already were all caught up on the giving thing and what God asks us to do in the Bible as far as tithing and stuff like that, then at least talk to me about this bidet, because I really don't think you have one, and I think you need one.